guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to make baigan or eggplant curry. Now this video is going to be a collaboration video with Anna over at Trini Flavours with Anna. Now her channel is fairly new, so make sure when you're done watching this video, you go ahead and check out her recipe for baigan curry and just give her channel some love. Go ahead and subscribe, comment, and tell her that Matthew sent you, and give her videos a nice big thumbs up. So I hope you guys enjoy the rest of this video. Make sure you head on to Anna's channel afterwards. I'll have all of her information in the description box down below, her social media, her YouTube page, as well as the link to her baigan curry recipe. So I hope you guys enjoy the rest of this video. The ingredients you're going to need for the baigan curry is of course the baigan or the eggplant, and what I've done is I've peeled half of the eggplant and left the other half with the skin on. That's just the way that I've seen baigan curry be made in the past, but it's totally optional. You could go ahead and peel all of it, you could leave all the skin on, or you could do half and half like I did. Once I peeled it and washed it, I went ahead and I covered it with some more water, and then I massaged all of the slices of eggplant with both of my hands, so this way we could remove some of those seeds. The issue is when you buy the big eggplants versus the long and the skinny ones, they tend to have more seeds inside, and those seeds can itch some people in the back of their throat, and they also aren't that appealing when you're eating. You're crunching on a whole bunch of seeds when you're eating your baigan curry, so that's not really what you want. So you want to go ahead and make sure to massage it really well with both your hands in that water, and then drain off the same water a few times so this way you get most of those seeds out. That's why my baigan also looks like this, all limp and stuff like that. So the next ingredients that you're going to need is some sliced onions, some fine shrimp. These are the Guyana fine shrimp that I have here, but if you wanted to, you could use regular shrimp, or you could omit it to make it a vegetarian option. Also, I have some curry powder, some masala, and some ground geera. I have some garlic and hot pepper that I've pureed together, and I have some tomato that I've sliced up. You could swap this out for a little bit of tomato paste, or you could leave it out totally. Then I have some water to help me boil my curry down. I have some oil to help me fry up all of my ingredients, as well as some salt to taste. Now I wanted to mention that if you wanted to, you could add some edo or some potato to this. I am not going to do that today. I just decided to go with the shrimp and the plain baigan, but if you wanted to, feel free to add in your edo or potato. The first step when making the baigan curry is to prepare the curry paste. So what we want to do is go in our little bowl here with all of the pepper and garlic that we pureed together. And you can add as much or as little hot pepper as you'd like. And of course, all of the ingredients and measurements will be in the description box down below. Into this, I'm going in with my curry powder, my masala, as well as my geera. And we're going to add on a few tablespoons of water just to make a nice little slurry or paste. So this way we can get our curry going. So I want to add a little bit more water. You want it to have a nice consistency. You don't want it to be too thick. So this looks perfect, and we're going to get started with our curry now. At this point, I have my pot heating up on a high heat, and I've just added in a little bit of vegetable oil to the bottom. What we're going to do is we're going to go in with all of our sliced onions. You want to make sure you hear that nice beautiful sizzle when you add everything into your pot. So we're just going to stir that around for a few seconds. I want these to brown a little bit around the edges. That'll take around a minute or two, so I'm going to come back and show you guys what that looks like. Once you see that all of your onions have gotten a few golden brown spots all over, it's time to add in our curry mixture. So we're going to go in with all of the spices, all of the masala, the curry, the geera, as well as that garlic and the pepper. And we're just going to stir this around in the hot oil and the onion. And you want to let this cook for about 5 minutes. Remember, that's always my rule of thumb when I'm making some curry. I want to let this really cook down beautifully and let all of those spices cook through properly. So it'll take about 5 minutes. Once I see all of the oil start to release back out from the spice mixture and it starts to catch at the bottom, then you know that your curry mixture is done. So I'm going to come back and show you guys what that looks like. After about 5 minutes, you're going to see the oil start to separate again from the spice mixture, and it's going to start to catch or stick a little bit at the bottom. So what you want to do now is you want to go in with all of your fine shrimp. The reason we put this in now is so that this way the shrimp can bunge a little bit with all of the masala and the spices, and the shrimp is going to add a really nice flavor to the whole dish. So you want to start infusing the shrimp flavor into the dish from now. I also wanted to mention that as soon as you add in your shrimp, you want to go in with some salt, so we can start building up the flavor of this curry. And then we're also going to go in with our tomatoes so they can start to cook down as well. Remember, I said these tomatoes are optional. You could swap them out for some tomato paste, or you could leave them out totally. I just like the flavor that the tomatoes give. So I'm going to let this fry down for like another 3 to 4 minutes, and once it dries up and the oil starts to separate again, then we're going to start adding in the baigan. It's been another 5 minutes since I added the shrimp, the tomatoes, and the salt into my masala mixture, and the shrimp have bunjed down really nice in that masala. And as you guys can see, all of that oil is starting to separate again from the spice mixture, and it started to catch a bit at the bottom. So that's your indication that the curry has cooked properly, and it's time to add in all of our baigan. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add all of it in. And once you add your baigan in, what you want to do is you want to stir it around, and you want to let that bunjhe down or dry down in the masala mixture a little bit by itself before you add in any water to help it along. So I'm going to probably let it bunjhe in the spice mixture or dry down for about another 6 to 7 minutes, and then from there I can show you guys what it looks like and we can add in some water. After about 8 minutes of frying up in the spices, my baigan has started to stick at the bottom. That's how you know all of the juices that were in the baigan have released and they've been burnt off. So what we want to do now is go ahead and take all of our water and pour it in. You want to add enough water just to cover the baigan about halfway. You don't want to add in too much. What I'm going to do now is cover the baigan, and I'm going to let it cook for about 25, maybe 30 minutes, or it could take less depending on how big you cut the baigan pieces. But I'm going to let it boil covered until all of that baigan has melted away. When you're eating baigan curry, you want to make sure that all of it is melted. I don't really like big chunks of baigan in my baigan curry. So I'm going to cook it until it's all melted away, and I'm going to come back and show you guys what it looks like. This is what my baigan curry looks like after exactly 30 minutes of cooking. As I said before I put it to boil, I like my baigan curry when all of the baigan is melted away. And as you guys can see, there's no big chunks of eggplant or the baigan left in there. So I went ahead and I tasted it for salt, and I tasted it for hot pepper just to make sure all the seasonings were right for me. And it was absolutely perfect. And that shrimp added such a nice flavor. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to dish it out and show you guys what the final product looks like. Alright guys, here is the final product. Here is my baigan curry in all its glory. And guys, let me tell you what, I cannot stress enough how good this baigan curry is. I just had it with a little piece of roti, and it is so amazing. The pepper was perfect, the shrimp added such a nice flavor, and those tomatoes added a really nice sweetness to balance out that curry flavor. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this recipe today. Make sure to go ahead and subscribe, like this video, comment down below and tell me what you guys would like me to make next. But most importantly, since it was a collaboration with the lovely Anna over at Trini Flavours with Anna, make sure you go ahead and check her video out. I'll have it linked in the description box down below, as well as all of her social media information and her YouTube page. Make sure you guys check her out, subscribe to her channel, give her some likes on those videos, and comment down below, tell them Matthew sent you. She's going to really appreciate that, guys. Her channel is a little new, and she's trying to build up all of her subscribers, and I'm so glad that I got to help her just a little bit. So once again, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you again with another one of my awesome recipes.